Yes, I am the head of special effects for this film. Normally, when I create a film, it's normally to show off, you know, whether it's prosthetics or, certain kind of blood effects or mechanisms, whatever. This film is mainly story driven, so there's not as many special effects in this film as there would be in a film like I just uh, did, which is still in editing, called Fields of Red, which is mainly a grindhouse sci-fi alien film, which has a lot more practical effects in it than this film. But yes, to answer, yes.
Got it. Um, so you do a lot of special effects makeup. I remember one time we were working together,
Mhm.
and I wanted you to do a sore on the stomach,
Yeah.
like infected,
Like a lacerated sore, yeah.
and you said to either use gizzards or like a raw steak, I think.
Yeah, no, to lower the amount of money you spend instead of making fake silicone giblets, just go to the store and spend $250 on a pack of chicken gizzards or whatever, and just stuff it in there. As long as people don't put their hands in their mouths like a child or eat the raw meat, they're safe. Of course, raw meat is not something you typically use, but it's cheap. As long as you're not dumb, you can use it. So we put that, stuff that inside the prosthetic there, I remember. And it was a chicken liver, I believe. Yeah.
Talking about that, how do you learn to do these special effects? I see some prosthetics around the office. How did you
Yeah.
learn to do all this?
Well, originally, when I was going to college, I went to the American Academy of Art in Chicago. I was originally going for illustration, and on the billboards there, they always had, stuff that would either opportunities for students, internships, yada yada yada. And one of them was Anthony Kozar's mask making class, FX classes. So he was an alumni there, and I decided to take some because I liked horror films and everything like that. And after 4 classes with or workshops with Anthony, I was like, this is really fun. And I used to make short films and stuff like that, really terrible short films in high school. And the first time I ever did effects was terrible, uh, you know, pink Caro syrup blood with a piece of white rope as intestines. It was terrible, just tucked underneath my brother's shirt. So I've always been interested in that, but after I took these classes in college, that's when I really started to get into the nitty gritty of special effects makeup and learning how to sculpt a prosthetic to making a mold to all these different things that are huge when it comes to the basics of special effects.
All right, Dennis, what is the craziest scene you have ever worked on, practical effect wise? What happened and how did you make it happen?
Well, I can give you 2 scenarios. One that I actually did and is actually on film and everything like that is actually from my own film, Fields of Red. And we did a scene where this woman, this wife, her husband comes home who's infected. Something happens, and this is actually a major spoiler, but it's just too cool to not tell. But we have this giant egg sac that kind of grows within 10 minutes within the womb and then pops out and then hits the floor. Blood spatters all over the place. So that would probably be the craziest effect I've done so far. But one that I almost got to do was involving the film called The Most of Me down in Alabama, and this thing, and this is the monster's appendage, its penis that would have torn through a girl's torso and wiggled around and sprayed blood everywhere. And what we were going to do was we did a life cast of the actress, and we were going to sculpt the torso. We were going to sculpt the incision where the parts burst out, and then from behind we were going to have this cable mechanized penis shoved through, and at the same time we would also launch or set off the blood rigs that would spray blood all over the place, and then this thing would be wiggling all over the place. So that would have been the craziest effect done so far. But we unfortunately have yet to get around to filming that part, unfortunately. But it's ready to go, almost. Just needs to be painted.
Oh, that's not its natural color?
No, it's still needs to be painted and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So later, are you done with the filming of it?
No, we're originally going to try to wrap by July, but due to certain circumstances, we are going to be wrapping on August 4th, and that's going to be the biggest scene, which is a gladiatorial fight scene where there's a whole crowd and everything, and the main characters in the cage who is going to be facing off against other people with set abilities, hired killers, so to speak. So we're going to be filming that on August 4th, and that would be essentially the wrap of the film, because that'd be the last day of filming. Everything else is going to be wrapped in the end of June and July here. So yeah, it's almost done. I say we're about 80% of the way done with the film.
Very cool. So I know you direct and do special effects. Are
Mm-hmm.
there more things you do, or is that it?
Well, I mean, there's multiple things I do. I mean, the main two things I do is special effects makeup, and then there's also illustration. I'm a poster illustrator. I do everything from watercolor to color pencil to just traditional pencil.
Do you act as well, or
Yes.
mainly just okay.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say well, but then again, I've had friends of mine who are really encouraged when they see, me on the screen. They're like, man, you got that look in your eye, you got that spark or whatever. And I don't normally see it, but other people say they see it, so I guess there's something I'm doing right. But yes, I do act, and I really enjoy, getting to play all these different characters, or, even if it's a small part, or if it's for a film like Later. Like in Later, I am the main character who has a very difficult background, and there's so many aspects to explore to when it comes to acting out said character. Even to points where I'm worried that I'm not doing the character justice, but at the end of the day, when we watch the footage, it's like, yeah, we nailed it.
Between directing,
Yeah, all right.
acting, doing special effects, which is your favorite to do and why?
Yeah, I would say definitely special effects makeup, because that's the thing I'm the most experienced at. But I feel like all three of them, give me the opportunity to tell stories. Whether it's with, of course, with directing, I can create this character. I can, have it do whatever, have said character be whatever he or she or it is going to be. Or with special effects makeup, I can create a character with, a prosthetic or mask or anything like that, and have it come from a completely different world